Geez, Sam, full on meltdown on the Twitter timeline in midweek from my Leeds United friends who I understand it because end of last season was kind of tough and I think they're ready to go. Rightly, I think favourites to win the title, favourites with the bookies. I think we both had them winning the title. Okay, first game, you can kind of tick that one off and say it was a bit of a freak with the 3-3 draw and, made enough chances to win 5 games, didn't they, Leeds on that day? But Archie Gray's already gone at this point. Crysencio, the Championship Player of the Year, has gone. And then in midweek, it was almost the timing of it, Sam, wasn't it? That you got a home game against a fellow Championship team, and it was a game that got loose and got away where bang, 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 3 goals quickly, coupled with Georginio Rutter, probably the next in line of Leeds cheat codes, being sold. And I think what infuriated the Leeds fans the most is that it was another clause. And Sam and I don't know the details, but it's a release clause for a fee that only seems to be a few million euros more than what they actually paid for him, which doesn't, I'm not a businessman, doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. If you're going to stick a release clause in, you want to at least, know that you're making some money out of it. 0-0 at the weekend at West Brom. Do you understand the Leeds fans being a little bit, oh my God, here we go again. We lost vital ground at the start of last season because of chaos off the pitch. And let's be frank, this clause is not the same as stupid clauses that say a player can elect to go on loan, just snap his fingers and disappear and the club kind of make nothing out of it. But it's not ideal for Leeds. I think they'll make good on this, Sam. I do. I think we'll be sat here at the end of the window and it'll be, okay, they've adjusted, they've pivoted. But do you understand the meltdown in midweek?
Yeah, I do. Because if you all of a sudden are 9 points or worse adrift maybe of the top sides in the division, Carl, that's a hell of a side that you're going to have to put together before the end of the window. And it's a hell of a run that they're going to have to go on at some point this season. So I do understand it. They need to get their act together and get some points on the board, get a win on the board. Clearly, the unhappiness probably stems to a degree from the players leaving at the end of the Premier League season on loan. How was that allowed to happen? My additional concern, if you like, would be Daniel Farke is a really good man manager. I think there's a lot to like about him, but I still do question him to a degree tactically.
We're at odds on this, you and I, aren't we? Yeah. I'm always defending him, and you're a bit more suspicious than me, right?
Well, I think he's improved players, and he's given players an opportunity last year. Like someone like Archie Gray's a great example, putting trust in him, and I'm sure a brilliant guy to work for. But if they had, in my eyes, like a really adept top tactician, then what I said a few moments ago, putting together a last minute team, if they are going to make some additions before the window, I'd be really confident that they could still do it. But yeah, there is just question mark still for me about him, I would say. But the problem at the moment is nothing to do with him. The problem is that they are light on numbers and they need depth. Some of the names, John Rowe, I put in already. Jack Clark, I think that's quite a strong rumour, who obviously was there once upon a time, and they're going to have to pay a fair, handsome fee to get him back. But I think he would. Is there anyone better maybe to play off that left-hand side than him? Question mark.
Summerville.
Yeah, question marks as to whether Nonto will still be there in a few weeks' time. I know there's rumours about a few other players as well, so we don't know exactly how it's going to look. What I can be confident with, and I'm sure the Leeds fans are deep down, is that there's going to be some money spent and that this squad will be looking a lot different. He's talking about fullback, midfield, a wide player, I presume another centre forward as well. So there is quite a lot of surgery required. Not going to talk too much about Saturday's game, but 2 wins in 12 now for Leeds United.
Really?
and not
Is
scored.
that all comps? You're including cup and playoffs and
competitive games, putting the semis and the final in the mix there. 2-12, not scored in 7 of those games, if I've done that correctly this morning.
Wow.
I'm just saying there's a malaise from the back end of last season. Of course, that evaporates to a degree with a playoff defeat and a pre-season and a holiday and such like, and new signings. Of course, let's get that right. But I always felt, and I think I said it when we spoke at the end of the summer, an issue is going to be getting the best players in that squad refocused for another tilt at the Championship. And the players that remain, that are the ones that think, I'm going to be here, but I should be playing in the Premier League or La Liga or wherever. Yeah, they're going to have to produce their best. Otherwise, Leeds aren't going to be able to keep pace with the top sides.